Walking into the 50-hour slam, I was very excited. I just wanted to know what our prompt would be so I can just start processing and get the gears going and just writing and coming up with ideas. And I just sat there waiting through, okay, here are all the rules. I kind of read about this stuff online, and I just waited through all the rules. Okay, now here are the prompts, and I just took it in and just went for it.
My first impressions was this is going to be fun. Our first stop, as soon as we got out of there, we came out of the Magic Lantern and we went straight to developing our story. We actually did not sleep that entire night. I think 2 of us got some sleep out of the entire production.
The story was very interesting. It was very character and emotionally driven.
We started off, we went straight to the development of our story. First thing we did was we read the story that we were given to theme our story off of, which was Red Rocket by Skip Fraser. I actually really liked the story, and we decided to take the characters and kind of go into the future with them. We moved ahead a good 15 years in their lifespan, right into adulthood. And we decided to kind of go along with the character Roger and take a look at what he would become based on his characterization, who he was, and our character with no name, who was the narrator of Red Rocket. And we were able to come up with a great story, and I'm looking forward to the end product.
I liked the emotion and how we tied the characters together through the prop and using the prop as well as the hats to our symbolic, meaningful advantage in the story. So I like what we came up with. I like how it all came together in a very nice, characterized fashion. And I think we all collaborated and worked very well with the writing.
As we developed the story, the important thing was keeping the essence of the characters, because when we went through Red Rocket, this was their childhood. So moving forward about a good 15-17 years in their life, we wanted to make sure that we kept the essence of those characters. The younger brother who was so impressed with his older brother Roger, who was doing all these stunts, jumping off of the Red Rocket swing and things like that. And we also decided to make sure that we made mention of the discussion of their cousin Jay and having a Frankenstein scar across his forehead. So we decided to keep that and make sure that we had that in the new story. I was actually very impressed with Todd Fuhrman. We'd never heard of him before. We'd never met him before. As we were coming out of getting our parameters at the Magic Lantern, we were all approached by this tall, dark-haired guy, and he was looking for a team to join, and he mentioned that he was an actor. And originally, before the 50-hour slam had started, we were actually hoping that our star actor from Bennett, Nicholas Beeler, was going to be able to be there. Unfortunately, he wasn't, so we were actually kind of wondering what we were going to be doing for an actor for the project. And we wound up being approached by Todd Fuhrman, who did a really good job in capturing the essence of his character.
We were just huddling up around the lobby area where the 50-hour slam staff were, and then here comes this taller guy who asked if they can be part of our crew, and part of me said, I'm not really sure, but after I guess Dan and Steven accepted him, I thought, I think we can use an actor, sure. Come on in, Todd. And it turned out that he was a very, very good actor. I like how he was part of the team, and it was very nice to have him around and have him as the main character. So it's very cool how all that worked out.
Todd Furman has actually been cast as Nigel for Bennett, and I'm actually looking very much forward to that.
After a great experience with Todd with our Pages Torn project, I really liked how he was part of the project, and I kept thinking Bennett every time I saw him. I wasn't sure why, I just kept thinking that. Then Tim told me about how he was contemplating having Todd as Nigel, and I was absolutely for the decision. I think he'll be a great Nigel. So that rumor is true. Todd Furman will be playing Nigel, Professor Nigel Worthington, in Bennett. We're all very happy about it, which means I can now conclude casting wasn't for all.
We're going to be able to work with him again, and that excites me just in and of itself, looking at how well he did with Pages Torn.
I'm very thankful to have decided to be on the team and be part of the 50-Hour Slam. It was a great challenge and a great test to the team. It really made us work together and collaborate and assume our positions with everything, with producing and acting and getting ourselves around from location to location. So the 50-Hour Slam was a great test and a great challenge to get our team together, and we're going to make some awesome projects in the future. So the 50-Hour Slam proved to be a very great test that the whole team passed in the end.
I was actually really panicked during those last few hours, up to the point where we had to turn everything in at the end. We had to turn in our project before the clock ran out, and I was panicking. I was editing like mad as fast as I possibly could. We ended up having to turn in a rough cut into the 50-Hour Slam. However, once the 50-Hour Slam has finished with running everything on CMTV and with the viral vote online, once everything is finished, we will be releasing a finished, more polished cut of Pages Torn so that everybody can see exactly what we're able to come out with. Knowing that the team came together so well and was able to work fluently and creatively in just a 50-hour span of time, creating a story, developing that story, filming the story. We even made changes while we were filming it, just because of the fact that we had such a short amount of time. We didn't really have a good development of the story. I mean, it was a good development, but it was more like an unfinished development of the story. So we were still developing it as we were filming it, and it flowed. It was absolutely beautiful the way everything worked together. The photography, the motion photography by Stephen was absolutely beautiful what came out of it, and I'm looking forward to working with the team again.